No parent expects to have a child with challenges. We all start out thinking everything about our family will be perfect. Our children will be happy and healthy and have unlimited opportunities. But then sometimes we see something happening that throws all of that into question. I always knew my older son Oliver had excessive energy. I asked his teachers often if they thought his energy level was right for his age. Not once did any of them ever raise an issue, but over time it seemed to be getting worse and worse. Our day-to-day family life was in turmoil. The life that I imagined having didn't exist. I would wake up every morning dreading the day ahead, asking myself, what mood would my son be in today? I have to confess, I told my husband one day that I didn't like my son. Don't get me wrong, I loved him, but I really didn't like him. I felt like an absolute horrible mother. By the time Oliver was 4, he couldn't self-regulate or calm his mind and body at all. Several appointments with a specialist confirmed that my son had ADHD. Now at first, the diagnosis was actually a relief. At least I had a name for it. The specialist prescribed dexmethylphenidate XR, which is a stimulant medication. It seemed to help at first. My son, who was always really active, was calmer and more focused and actually playing nicely with his younger brother. But soon he got quieter, more anxious, he had trouble sleeping and didn't want to eat at all during the day. Then the massive meltdowns in the afternoon began. It was like all of his bottled up energy came out at once. I talked with his doctor about our concerns, and so he prescribed another medication. And again, as I left his office, I felt a sense of relief. This second medication would help Oliver. Over the next few months, the doses increased and the doctor added a third medication. Now, up until that point, I just went along with all of this. Not once did I actually question the doctor's treatment plan. But when he gave me a prescription for the fourth medication, I knew something had to change. It was not okay to give my 4-year-old a cocktail of strong medication. That's when I began my extensive research on everything I could get my hands on regarding other alternatives to ADHD symptoms. At the time, I was actually an accountant and the natural health space was absolutely foreign to me. The more journals and studies I read, the more I was confident there were other alternatives. I felt like parents of ADHD children were not being educated with all the alternatives, and so I began studies in the area of holistic health science, nutrition, and ADHD. And what I found was that there was a connection between the gut and the brain, and diet plays a massive role in optimizing the two. At that point, I started Oliver on an elimination diet, cutting out gluten, then dairy, then soy. The results were literally amazing. After about 2 weeks, he seemed like a completely different child, which fueled me even more to dive deeper, looking into the depths of his body through lab testing and identifying areas contributing to these symptoms and then targeting them. I'm now a board-certified holistic health and nutrition practitioner and the founder of the Soaring Child. I went from being depressed, overwhelmed, and worried about what these medications might be doing to my son, to being a mum of a child who improved so much he was able to stop taking medication completely. And today he's 12 and absolutely thriving, and I want other parents to have the same experience. Not only have I experienced these amazing transformations in my own son and my own family, but I have also witnessed these life-changing results with thousands of other families that I have helped to date. I started this movement to inspire parents to see hope beyond their child's ADHD and to help them, without strong medication, thrive at home, at school, and in life, and to help their child soar.